Just give you an idea how bad this clutch is. That's first gear. Come up off a belt. Handbrake's on, by the way. That's me in first. Same in every gear. Ford ecoboost, changing clutch, centric slave, pressure plate. So get yourself in this position, battery out, airbox out, start disconnecting, a couple of clips down there. Tuck them up out the way. There's 3 in total. You'll see them down there. There's 1, there's 2, and there's a 3rd one there somewhere. Actually, no, I beg your pardon, the 3rd one was the mass airflow sensor. Then you got 4 15s, 2, 4. That plate will come up and off. Start disconnecting brake lines, centric slave down here. So a little silver clip. Pull that up. Pipe will pop out. These will just pop up. Sorry, the light is on the best, big pan. And away we go. So they're off ready. These just literally flat bar. Pry them up, pop, pry them off, job done. 3 10mm. 1, 2, and 1 down the back there. I'll just freeze that up and out the way. So we tuck them up over there in a minute. See, I'm assuming there's a bolt missing. Starter motor, bell housing. Don't think you have a thing on it. Earth. And then we'll be underneath then. So underneath now, things to do. Disconnect your ball joints, both sides. 2 13s in there, get that off. So that's a long one. Goes there. You've got a 13mm here. And you've got another 13mm there. You're probably easy to get that from the top. And you can see my hands pointing. Terrible video. The rear gearbox mount. Start slacking those off. Don't take them off just yet, just slacking them off. Drain the gearbox next. And then I think I'm going to drain the gearbox. Drop ball joints, both sides. Once the gearbox drained, I'll pop the shafts out. Get the driver's side drive shaft out. You've got 30mm nut on there. 1 at the top, that cap will come off. And away we go. Under here, I had a right nightmare trying to get the ball joints out. So what I ended up having to do is disconnect. 18mm bolt there, 18 head bolts under there, 21 nuts on top. You're going to need a swan expander for the top. Same on the other side. I was eventually able to drop the entire wishbone on that side, but for whatever reason I cannot get the ball joints out. So a little workaround for you in the future is don't bother with the ball joint. Just undo the actual bone itself from the front. I can't think what the word is. Front cross member. Pop that out. That pulled out pretty straightforward, and I've tucked it up there, out the way. Same with the driver's side one, passenger side, sorry. I'll pop over there in just a sec. Under here, you've got 13mm there, 10mm there, and I'll be able to pop the starter out. Let me just jump over the other side, hang on. So, I've got a seized drive shaft in there, cannot get it out, because I thought, well, might as well just get it out of the way. I've removed all this because I was trying to get the ball joint out safely, and I didn't want to catch a lines or split a boot. So what I've ended up doing is, you need a lever bar, just get underneath and literally quick tap with a hammer, and that'll pop that out. I've pulled him back enough and zipped him up there on that metal bracket, just up out the way. The only other thing I didn't show, I just slackened off the rear gearbox mount. I'm going to come up top now after I put a jack underneath on the engine. Jack, bit of wood. I'm going to undo this, looks like a 18mm, and that should lower the gearbox down. It'll take this bracket off, hopefully. We shall have a look. So now that is off at the top. 1, 2, another one, 3. There might be some more up top, I'll double check. This is the gearbox mount to the gearbox, so I'm going to take that out. I've also taken the inner arch out, and you could tell where the damage was previously on a front end crash by the looks of it. That doesn't look factory to me. But yeah, I'm going to get that bracket off now. So back up top, you can see plate is gone now. I disconnected those two from that. One's a 13, one's a 10, just kind of gives me a little bit more wiggle room. See what I'm doing. Another bolt there, another nut there, 15mm. And I'm hoping then I can get the last 13mm outwards down the bottom, and that gearbox should be out, he says. So that's out. Don't forget to disconnect your slave cylinder. So little shiny silver clip, put it up, put it safe, wiggle this out carefully, and put it up there, out of the way so no leak fluid everywhere. And I'm fairly confident now there's 1 13mm left underneath, and this gearbox should pull out and off. So that's the gearbox out. Next thing now is undo, I think 6 or 7 pressure plate bolts, probably 10 or 12s. Always change this. State on that. A new one of them, black 3-piece. Out with the old, in with the new. So these are sided. We'll say gearbox side. New slave, dead silent.